There's a new tease for something that will be revealed tomorrow for Pokemon Legends ZA. At first, I wasn't going to make a video about this. After all, it really is just a picture, but that's because the Western Pokemon accounts are boring. They really are, and today you'll see why. Before I continue, I know that leaks exist, and I know that a lot of grifters talk about them all the time because they are less creative than a piece of plastic. In fact, they ruin creativity. Here, I don't want to do that. I don't cover leaks, I don't follow leaks, and I hope that you keep them away from my comments and simply share your own theories and predictions for what's going on with these pictures and this game. Because just doing that will make you automatically more creative than any of those grifters disguised as creators. So hey, I'm not so a strainer, and it's time to be a little bit tinfoil hatty. Let's get into it. This is the image that was posted by the Western Pokemon accounts, and it shows us simply someone grabbing a fence that seems to be around a building with some poison dripping on the left side. Spooky stuff and viewer discretion is advised. Great, but that's the Western account. The Japanese account added a new picture and some extra text, and that changed everything. The description keeps the same things about the date that the video will be posted, that it is for Pokemon Legends ZA, and that viewer discretion is advised. It does say video website because, that keeps up the immersion. It's not YouTube, it's a certain video website that exists in the Pokemon world. That's cool. But it also added the extra line that loosely translates to the sweetly inviting building incident. And that, my friends, sent me on a very clear path. So like and hype this video, subscribe to the channel, and maybe consider becoming a channel member to help out with the content. And now, let's carry on. So I'm assuming that this is a Mega Evolution reveal. They use this method to reveal Hisuian Zoroark and Zoroark in Legends Arceus, and since I don't believe there's a new regional form here, check this video out to know more, I'm going with the Mega. Our first indication of something are the poison puddles, which indicate a poison-type Pokemon, which leaves us with 83 Pokemon, not counting regional forms, as I don't believe they'll give a Mega to a regional form, only its evolution, though that would be an interesting thing for sure. Since only final forms can Mega Evolve, we are left with 43 Pokemon. And since some already have a Mega Evolution, that leaves us with 40 Pokemon by removing Mega Venusaur, Mega Gengar, and Mega Beedrill. As a hunch, I'll also remove Ultra Beasts, Paradox Pokemon, and Legendaries/Mythicals, since I don't feel like they would be in the game, or if they were, placed as the second reveal for a new Mega. They seem like the kind of Pokemon that would get a bit more of the spotlight. That takes away Nihilego, Naganadel, Eternatus, Iron Moth, Okidogi, Munkidori, Fezandipiti, and Pecharunt. This leaves us with 32 possibilities. Of course, there's a chance that they give us a Mega Venusaur Z or X or Y, and the same goes for the other two, Mega Gengar and Mega Beedrill. But I'm choosing to believe that they won't do that, since I really feel like that was a marketing strategy that really isn't needed right now. But let us narrow it down a little bit further. Looking at the image inside the building, we can see much. We have the poison puddles, the place is trashed, and even by messing with the brightness and the contrast, I couldn't quite make anything out of it. The only thing that my eyes focused on was that painting or mirror right at the end of the hallway, which seems to have a thorny vine, which immediately threw me towards the grass-type route. The colors around the screen are basically just RGB, though there's some yellow there as well. While this might be important in the end, it's hard for me to use it as the other reasoning behind my choice of following the grass route. It's really all about the vines. This leaves us with 4 possibilities, and the choice becomes a little bit more clear once you start reading the description once again. It talks about the sweetly inviting building incident, and so whoever is behind this whole thing has to be able to sweetly invite prey. Vileplume spores do exactly the opposite. They trigger allergic reactions and thus don't really lure anything to it. All other 3 do mention the luring of other Pokemon and people in their Pokédex entries, but Among Us does it by waving its arms around since, those arms look like Pokeballs. so there's no sweet nothing to it. Victreebel and Roserade both do exactly that. They use a sweet aroma to attract prey, with Roserade's Pokédex mentioning its thorny vines as a means of attacking unsuspecting prey. Thorny like the thorny vines right here. And thus, Roserade is the most likely candidate to get a Mega Evolution reveal right now. But why doesn't it feel like a Roserade thing? Every Mega has been pretty much an exaggeration of its regular form, something that takes the details and design of the Pokémon and makes it more obvious or powerful looking. I don't see Roserade as a Pokémon that has any potentially disturbing qualities. It is meant to be a Pokémon that gives off a more stylish, elegant vibe and not really one that would need viewer discretion. For that reason, and against the thorny vines themselves, I will be choosing Victreebel, which is a more scary Pokémon and one that I could actually see leaving behind puddles of poison, unlike Roserade. It's also a Kanto Pokémon, and boy do they love their Kanto Megas. Am I right, Mega Dragonite? Yes, I am. So my choice is a Thorny Vine Mega Victreebel. I know I'll most likely be wrong. I did ignore the possibility of a Pokemon that isn't Poison type becoming Poison type, but if I didn't make that decision, man, I would be looking at every single Pokemon as a possibility, and that's just a little bit too crazy for me. But anyway, what is your pick? Let me know down below. Now, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. But before I go, I want to thank my YouTube members Dash Plays and Gatsy, and also my Twitch subscribers Anubis Here, Zanes222 and the Dr. Joe for going that extra mile. Thank you all so much.